Hello guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another of my videos. Today you guys the top 5 block breakers in Shindo Life. Now this has actually been a heavily requested video, so hopefully you guys enjoy this. And let's get right into the video, guys. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe. Coming in at number 5 is going to be Odin Saburu's second ability. Odin Saburu's second ability is one of the best block breakers in the game, therefore it's on the top 5 block breakers. But there's just some things that holds it back. So I'm going to have her hold block here just so you guys can see it is a block breaker. But the main issue with Odin Sabru is that it teleports you to them, which may be something that you don't want to do sometimes. And then the times that you wanted to teleport to them, sometimes it actually won't teleport. It's just overall really, really buggy. Sometimes it teleports, sometimes it doesn't. And overall, that makes it not very consistent as a block breaker. But it still is extremely good for block breaking and getting close to them whenever you actually want that to be the main component of your combo. Now, coming in at number 4, it's actually going to be Mecha Spirit. It's literally just Odin Saburu's second ability, but much better. So I'm going to have her hold block here. But the difference between Odin Saburu's second ability and Mecha Spirit is that its auto tracking is absolutely insane, and the range on it is also absurd. So she's going to be standing in the arena. All right, so you guys see how far I am from her. So I'm going to use this ability, and it will actually straight up almost teleport to them and break their block. So you can get started with any long-range block breaker stun that you guys want to use. Mecha Spirit overall is just a really good block breaker. Not only is it super long range, it actually does quite a bit of damage. It also is extremely versatile because you can actually equip it to your element slots as well, which makes it there's frees up a bloodline slot for basically a free range block breaker. It's on no global cooldown whatsoever. It's literally just a free block breaker. It's overall a really good ability, and she's actually going to hold block again. And I'm just going to, as you guys can see, it doesn't even require that many hand sides. You can start up a combo extremely easy from it. It's just overall a really good ability. Now, coming next up on the top 5 block breakers at number 3 is going to be Ink's third ability. They actually made it a block breaker, which makes it one of the single best block breakers in the game. It's actually better than Mecha Spirit and better than Odin Sabaru in my personal opinion because of the amount of delay that this ability actually has. So with this delay, you can actually get a combo completely started up before the block breaker even hits them, specifically for Shindai Ryan Ren combos. The delay actually helps for combos simply because the delay, you can start casting the hand signs of your next ability while the ability is actually flying towards them. Now, they can auto-dodge this ability. They could auto-dodge any of the block breakers, obviously. But if they're auto-dodging a single ability, you practically already won the 1v1 if you play your cards right. But yeah, as you guys can see, this ability is absolutely insane, and that's why it's going to be a number 3 on the block breaker list. Coming in at number 2 is going to be Mist's fourth ability. You guys expected this. This is one of the single best block breakers in the game because it also doubles as a place lock, but it does not stun them. Keep that in mind. It does not stun, but it is a place lock. However, it is also an auto dodge, but it is on the auto dodge global cooldown now, but that doesn't make it any less of an amazing block breaker. No aim required whatsoever. It does a ton of damage if they're not blocking, and if they are blocking, it will break their block and allow you guys to combo them. I don't think I really need to explain why this ability is so overpowered, because you probably have fought someone using this, and you know just how ridiculous this ability is. The only counter to this is literally just running away or auto dodging after you get hit by Mist, but if they're actually good at comboing, if you get hit by this, you're practically already dead. Honorable Mention 1 is actually going to be 2 different abilities. Now, the first ability of Honorable Mention 1, the reason why they're both in the same Honorable Mention is because they're both Taijutsu abilities. But the first ability is going to be Ember Entry. Now, the reason why this is an Honorable Mention and not actually on this is because it's extremely hard to hit on someone that is extremely fast or someone that's actually, dodging and weaving and bobbing and stuff like that. It also is very predictable because you go up in the air before you actually go to them. Unless you use something like 8 gates. 8 gates makes them automatically teleport. But the second ability is actually going to be Hidden Surprise. It is probably one of the best abilities in the entire game, just not exactly for block breaking. But it can actually be used for block breaking because it does hit behind them. And while their block may not be lowered, they are stunned, which actually means they are basically block broken. It is one of the best abilities in the game. And actually, if it was on a best ability, top 5 best abilities in the game, this would probably be close to the top. This would probably be number 1 or 2 because an instantaneous stun that can bypass block and start combos with almost no end lag is absolutely ridiculous as an ability. Honorable Mention 2 is actually going to be Fire Extinction 2. Now, but the reason why this is actually going to be an Honorable Mention is simply because this ability right here is so easy to predict. It is one of the single most predictable abilities in this entire game, which is why if you're actually going to be using Fireworks Jujutsu on someone, please make sure they are not using any counter. If they're using any counter, you will get destroyed by this ability. Because literally, if they're any good at predicting, unless you're this far away from them, right? And you use this ability on them, you can use the counter before it even hits you. And then after that, you're basically just dead. I was actually doing that to someone in competitive not too long ago. I was using Dark Joke counter. And I was using one of my Dark Joke one-shot combos with the counter starter. And I literally just one-shot them whenever they try to break my block, and there's literally nothing else they could do that entire fight. So, if you're going to use this ability, make sure they do not have a counter. Now, this may surprise you, but number 1 is going to be Dune's Fate first ability. You can actually do it in the second ability of Dune's Fate. And also, Fate's second mode is also an extremely good block breaker. But Dune's Fate is, like, the range on it is insane. It auto-tracks like crazy. And the AoE on it is actually also insane. And it does block break as well. It's just overall a really good ability to use. People have not actually been using it that much recently, simply because there's no real reason to use Dune's Fate over Jin's, besides the single ability of Dune's Fate. And this Dune's Fate ability is kind of what carries Fate's at the moment, other than the Fate second ability. So she's going to hold block now. And I'm going to use the Fate second ability, and it is obviously a block break. You guys have probably fought someone using Fate second ability before. The Fate second ability is also extremely good at block breaking, and this is on every single Fate, not just Dune's Fate. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more. Hope to see you next one, guys. Bye-bye.